We dedicate entire lives to the pursuit of joy, only for its echoes to return as the most exquisitely precise form of emotional shrapnel. If you're tired of these psychological traps and want to understand the brain's bizarre design, consider subscribing to decode more of humanity's hidden mechanics. What insidious mechanism causes a perfect memory, a moment of unadulterated bliss, to manifest later not as comfort, but as a dull ache, a phantom limb sensation for a past that will never truly return? We chase peak experiences, build monumental memories, and meticulously document every laugh, every sunset, every shared triumph, believing we are stockpiling happiness for future retrieval. Yet, the retrieval process often feels less like an investment yielding dividends and more like encountering a ghost of what once was, a spectral hand passing through the tangible present, leaving behind a cold, unsettling void. This isn't merely wistfulness. It's a specific, often profound, emotional dissonance. It's the cruel irony that the very act of remembering profound joy can trigger a deep, almost existential sorrow, a sense of irreparable loss, not just of the moment itself, but of the person we were within that moment, shielded from the future knowledge of its impermanence. This cognitive paradox suggests a flaw in our emotional architecture, a built-in vulnerability that allows past beauty to inflict present pain. It raises the unsettling question: is this a glitch in our emotional programming or a darkly elegant feature designed to tether us to the present by making the past too painful to dwell in for too long? The human mind, in its relentless quest for meaning, often misinterprets this sensation, mistaking the absence of future joy for a flaw in past experience. This isn't a simple, sentimental sigh. It's a complex, neurochemical negotiation between pleasure centers and regions processing loss. A constant, low-frequency hum of what was versus what is, ultimately shaping our perception of time itself. This peculiar affliction wasn't always viewed as a philosophical quandary. For centuries, it was considered a literal disease, a fatal malady of the soul and body. Coined nostalgia in 1688 by Swiss physician Johannes Hofer, its etymology combines the Greek nostos, return home, and algos, pain. Hofer observed Swiss mercenaries fighting far from their alpine valleys who displayed a litany of alarming physical symptoms: fever, irregular heartbeat, anxiety attacks, insomnia, anorexia, and even death. These soldiers, seemingly perfectly healthy, would simply waste away, consumed by an unbearable longing for their homeland, their familial comforts, their familiar landscapes. Military doctors prescribed opium, leeches, and even frightening punishments, convinced it was a brain lesion or a form of melancholia, a fatal disruption of vital spirits. The economic cost was astronomical. Armies lost thousands to this mysterious condition, leading to widespread desertions and a general decline in combat effectiveness. It wasn't just soldiers. Migrants, indentured servants, and sailors also succumbed. Entire communities, displaced by famine or war, often found themselves paralyzed by this spectral illness, unable to adapt to new environments, driven by an almost pathological yearning for the past. The societal impact was profound. Productivity plummeted, families disintegrated, and the very concept of progress and mobility was challenged by this seemingly insurmountable emotional barrier. Medical texts detailed horrific case studies where perfectly robust individuals simply gave up, their internal landscape so dominated by an idealized past that the present became unbearable. This wasn't merely homesickness, a fleeting pang of longing. It was a total psychological and physiological shutdown, a profound system failure where the memory of comfort became a weapon against survival. The past, in this context, wasn't a comforting haven, but a lethal trap, capable of literally erasing the future. The brain's role in constructing this bittersweet trap is a masterpiece of cognitive bias. Our memory isn't a flawless archive. It's a perpetually edited highlight reel, specifically designed to make the past appear more glorious than it ever truly was. This phenomenon, known as rosy retrospection, ensures that negative emotions, discomforts, and mundane details are systematically filtered out, leaving behind a polished, idealized narrative. The hippocampus, crucial for memory formation, works in concert with the amygdala, processing emotions, and the prefrontal cortex, responsible for decision-making and filtering. When we recall a past event, the brain reconstructs it, often embellishing rather than retrieving a perfect snapshot. Dopamine, the neurotransmitter associated with reward and pleasure, floods the brain, creating a positive emotional glow around these reconstructed memories. This isn't malicious, it's an evolutionary hack. By selectively forgetting the struggles and amplifying the triumphs, the brain attempts to motivate us, to provide a blueprint for future happiness. However, this very mechanism sets the stage for disillusionment. When we compare our current reality to this artificially enhanced past, the present inevitably falls short. The gap between the curated perfection of memory and the messy, imperfect reality of now creates the dissonant pang, the pain of remembering a good time. Our minds trick us into believing a utopian past existed, a golden age of personal experience, only to leave us perpetually dissatisfied with the achievable present. This self-deception, while seemingly benevolent, creates an internal benchmark that is impossible to meet, trapping us in a cycle of longing for an illusion. It is a constant whisper of better times, undercutting our ability to fully appreciate the richness of the current moment, always shifting the goalposts of contentment just beyond reach. This internal vulnerability, this relentless yearning for an idealized past, has not gone unnoticed by external forces. In fact, it has been expertly weaponized by marketers, politicians, and cultural architects for centuries. Entire industries are built on the commodification of nostalgia, selling us manufactured experiences that promise a return to simpler, happier times. Think of vintage clothing, retro gaming consoles, reboots of classic films, or even political slogans promising to make insert nation great again. These aren't just cultural trends. They are precision-targeted psychological operations. Advertisers tap into our collective memory, real or imagined, associating their products with the warmth, security, and innocence we project onto a bygone era. They sell us not just an item, but a fleeting sense of reconnection with a past self, a past family, a past societal ideal that may have never existed in such pristine form. Politicians exploit this longing, painting grim pictures of the present and promising a return to a mythical golden age, leveraging our inherent bias for rosy retrospection. They don't need to create a perfect future. They just need to convince us the past was perfect and they can bring it back. This isn't benign sentimentality. It's a powerful tool of manipulation, bypassing rational thought and directly engaging our emotional centers. It distracts us from present problems, encourages blind consumerism, and fosters a dependency on external sources for internal fulfillment. The pain of remembering a good time, therefore, becomes a fertile ground for exploitation, converting our deepest human longings into leverage for profit and power, turning our emotional fragility into a commodity in a vast, global marketplace of manufactured sentiment. Ultimately, the pain of remembering a good time isn't a flaw. It's a profound, unavoidable feature of conscious existence, a testament to the fact that we experienced something truly valuable. It is the shadow cast by genuine light, the echo of beauty confirming its original resonance. This sensation, often mistaken for pure sorrow, is actually a complex, multi-layered emotion that acts as a subtle psychological mechanism, urging us forward. The pang isn't merely about the absence of the past moment. It's a visceral affirmation of its significance, a testament to the depth of our capacity for joy, connection, and experience. It serves as a stark reminder of impermanence, a necessary friction against complacency. Without the ability to feel the keen edge of a lost joy, the present would lose its urgency, its preciousness. This specific bittersweet ache, this profound longing, forces us to confront the transient nature of all things, prompting a deeper appreciation for the moments we currently inhabit. The mind, in its peculiar wisdom, ensures that our most cherished memories, while tinged with an unavoidable melancholy, simultaneously become guideposts, reminding us what truly matters. It's the universe's brutal whisper. This, too, shall pass. An existential nudge to engage fully with the now, knowing it will soon become another memory, another potential source of that bittersweet ache. The pain of remembering a good time isn't a punishment for happiness. It's the profound, undeniable proof that you genuinely lived it, a stark, elegant instruction to fully inhabit and savor the fleeting, beautiful present before it too becomes a cherished ghost.